Hey y'all, it's Brooke here from Large Family Homestead. And as you can see today, this fig cutting hasn't done a thing. I'm pretty sure that it's dead. So we got a new one today, and this one's nice and leafy. You can tell the branch is clearly alive. And we're going to plant it. Thanks to our friends who gave us the fig clipping so we could have a fig tree. And let's go ahead and get started. So I pulled the dead one out of the ground. And as you can see, not even looking at the leaves, there's a clear difference. First of all, the bark is clearly decomposing, and the wood underneath is not green. If I took this one, and if you look down it, you can see it's still very green. Just by not even looking at the leaves, you can tell if cuttings are still alive. There's also another way you can scratch the bark with your thumbnail of a cutting, and if it's green, it's alive. So we're going to go ahead and stick this one back in the hole that I just pulled the dead one from. And I'm probably just going to go half in, half out. I did pull a couple of I had it sitting in a jar of water up at the house, and it just pulled a couple of the leaves from the bottom off. And I'm just going to plant it like half in, half out. And these leaves might fall off. It might not be able to support the leaves without roots, which is fine if it does that. If your cutting starts losing its leaves, it's not a big deal. It'll grow new ones, hopefully. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in. All right, our new fig cutting is in the ground. As you can see, I just gotta water it in real good. Pretty much I just pulled that one out and shoved that one in. Yeah, about halfway. And so usually on any plant, I try not to have the leaves touching the ground if all possible. But because this is such a small cutting and it's probably gonna lose those leaves anyway, I think I'll leave them on for now. If I start to notice problems with it laying on the ground, like the leaves are staying too wet, I'll go ahead and pull them off. But for now, I'm gonna leave those leaves on. As you can see, it's pretty loose in the ground. I think we need to get the hose. You wanna get the hose, John? Sure. Sure. Okay, so we'll get a hose and get that watered in real good so the dirt falls around it. And then I think tomorrow Dad's going to plant sweet potatoes around this tree because we got a bunch of sweet potato slips from the same friend. And we're gonna go ahead and plant those around this tree so that we can have sweet potatoes this year. Hey y'all, it's Brooke here from Large Family Homestead, and as you guys can see, these are the tomatoes and marigolds that we transplanted just not that long ago, and they're looking amazing. Here's another marigold, and this tomato has 2 huge tomatoes on it already. And here's another one. And look, that marigold is about to flower. They've gotten way bigger from the ones that are still in their little containers. So we're gonna go ahead and move these marigolds into here. And remember that little piece of tomato that I broke off from, let's see, it was from this one over here. I said I was gonna try and propagate it and make another plant. Well, look at that, it's a little tomato plant. It's totally happy. It got a little sad at first because I just put it in this cup and watered it in good and been keeping it watered. And it looks great. So we'll have another one of these tomatoes. Awesome, I can't wait to try them. And we're gonna see how well the marigolds can repel pests, because we do usually have some pest problems with tomatoes and peppers in the garden. The hornworms especially like them. If not, I'll go back to my soap and water and cayenne pepper method. But I wanted to see if these would deter them. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna dig some holes. The peppers still aren't quite ready to move out here. They're still pretty small, and I wanted to wait till they were bigger and healthier looking before I move them out here. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna just transplant the marigolds because this is where we are gonna do the peppers. We had our radishes here, but all the radishes have been pulled now. And I just pulled the last of them today. Yes, you're very loud over there. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Jonathan's down here, he's gonna help me. And we're gonna dig some holes and get started. Okay, John's just going up to get the hose. But we pretty much did a row of marigolds. Plus we have the two that are doing that one and that one. They've been in for a while and they're doing pretty well. We have pretty much a row of marigolds in here, and then we had one left, so I just put one there in between the two tomatoes. And then we put our little tomato right here. And if you guys watched the last transplanting tomatoes video, you know I said to plant it so that the stem, pretty much the whole stem will root. So you want to plant it as deep as you can without covering the leaves. Oh, and there's some scrap wood in there right now, but there's our mama hen and her babies, and they're doing well, and she's taking care of them. Aren't you, Mama? You taking care of your babies? Look at her. I only counted 19. I must have miscounted one somewhere. Hi, Mama. Alright. So pretty much everything is doing pretty well. We got the corn and okra down there, and then we have our trees and the rest of our plants and stuff. The only thing I've seen that has not come up yet of the seeds that we planted was the watermelon. Now, I might just go ahead and take some seeds down there and just throw some seeds and see if they grow. Because I don't know what happened, why they didn't come up, because everything else came up. Okay, and I even found this little volunteer cucumber back here. Right here, this guy. I didn't even know he was there until... It's actually a good thing we don't weed this bed that much, or else I wouldn't have even known that he was here. So he's behind our blackberry. Onions are doing pretty well. The lettuce over there from the seeds that we planted is coming up. As you can see, there's like rows of lettuce. Looks good. And our chickies over here are doing well. They hung up these little like rice roller things for them to play with. They seem to be intermingling well with the big chickens. So, yep, John's just gonna get the hose. He's gonna water these in for me. And then that'll be it. Okay, it's a few days later. Jojo's gonna help. So we did the fig cutting. Like what, John? How long ago?
Couple days.
Week?
Oh yeah.
Week maybe, and the leaves have come off, like I said they would. And then we did the marigolds in that bed just a few days ago, and now we're gonna do these sweet potatoes. And we're just gonna do the sweet potatoes around the fig trees. So if you're getting mail order sweet potatoes, from my understanding, you will, they won't have roots. So, and they might not have leaves. I don't really know how that works because I've never done them that way. I've never done sweet potatoes.
Oh yeah?
Which is shocking because they're apparently so easy to grow. So with ours, because we put them in, we had a friend who grew slips. She ran out of room for them. So we asked her if we could have the rest of them. And she gave them to us. And she just grows them off of a potato. So I have the potatoes that she was growing them off of. We're trying to get some more. And then I put the rest of these that she broke off the potatoes in water to root, and they rooted very nicely. So the way we're just gonna plant these is we're gonna plant the roots underground and keep the leaves above ground. Here, you wanna take that one? No, it's the small one. Take the small one. And then like for these, when the leaf is like right there next to it, I'm probably just gonna break that leaf off. Here, let me see if I can do it. There we go, okay. And this leaf right here, one down by the roots. So, and we're just gonna plant these around the fig tree, and John, you wanna plant them a little farther away from that. The fig tree, it's a little close. Good, throw the rest of the dirt on top. You need to get some dirt over here. Okay. There we go. Looks like that. Happy little sweet potato plant. And we'll water these in with the sprinkler. Oops, I got one in my hair. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and just plant the rest of these about 3 foot apart, John.
Oh.
That is not 3 foot apart. You're gonna wanna go all the way probably out to like here. Okay? All right. So we'll show you what it looks like when we're done. But that's what I would say is just plant the roots down in the ground and the leaves above the ground. And then water them in good. And hope you get potatoes. Okay, and here's Jojo's corn. We all just looked at this a few days ago, and we were down here doing the live stream. Looks very nice, still growing. Nice and tall. The okra looks amazing. And there's a lot of it. We have a lot of okra. We're gonna be eating a lot of okra. And the onions are still bulbing very nicely, very nice. That one's really big. There's our volunteer cucumber. Let's see if I can get in there. Well, I would just go 4 and then you'll make a bigger ring outside. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. And the elderberries are doing nicely. Still alive, still growing. So the cutting, where I cut the roots, if you guys didn't see that video, go back and watch it. But it was one elderberry plant, and it just had a big root like that long, and there was like one on one side and one on the other. And I cut the root apart to make 2 plants. And they seem to be doing fine. So, seems to be good. Here's the pear tree and the pumpkin plants. What? Yeah. This stock is going to be the death of me. Grows up everywhere. It's invasive. Okay, here's our blueberry. I thought it might need something to help it stand up a little. The other blueberry, oh, that one looks like it's just about ready. Our apple tree, we did plant watermelons around this, but I haven't seen any come up. But like, oh wait, there's one. Right there. That's a watermelon. For sure. Let's see if I can clear some of these weeds out and maybe I'll find some more. I don't see any more right now, but that doesn't mean that they're not here. I know last year we planted watermelons. I didn't see them until they were like that tall. So, Sam's cantaloupe doing nicely. There's one there and one over there. It's gotten all of its true leaves. Looks very happy. The asparagus, we need to finish filling in this trench. We haven't been doing it very well. We haven't been keeping up with it. But look at this. Asparagus, asparagus, asparagus. And they're just coming up in here. And look, this one's already ferning. These right here. And they look great. I'm super happy with these. Super happy. This is Joshua's little experiment garden where he experiments with different plants in here and he does different things to see how it works. So I don't really know what he has in there right now. And then we have our strawberries over here. We've got some pretty flowers. That one, and there's a bunch all around the tree. And I think I just did a post a day or 2 ago. And I showed one of our strawberries is fruiting. And I totally did not think they were going to fruit. It was like way too late for strawberries. Like they were on clearance at the nursery. Oh, nice job, John. You're doing a good job. You got pretty far without me while I was walking around. I haven't been down here in a couple days, so I try and get back here every day if I can to look at everything and make sure everything's doing okay.
Okay, here's your ending to your potato. I think we got probably around 10 there. Okay, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and tell it what video you would like to see. Bye, y'all.